It is Sunday night, and we are live in the Madhouse. I am Tommy Marr, and this is the Maverick Soul Hour. And we got a great show for you guys tonight. I can guarantee that. We have a great show every week, but this is a really, really cool show. You're going to dig this one a lot. Great talent. But before we get started, as usual, I'm going to do my little monologue. Not much this week. Oh, knocked over that already. Well, first of all, I want to let everybody know, all of Neville Chester's friends, you know, he called me today from England. Not good news, not great news. He was supposed to go for his pre-op, and he was supposed to have the second operation on the 31st. They wouldn't even see him. His doctors said it was okay, but the hospital will not even see him. So that's not a good thing, and let's all just keep him in our prayers because we need him back here. He is, I mean, if you don't know, he was the road manager for Cream, Hendrix, and The Who. And he did the Sgt. Pepper's album with the Beatles. He worked with Zeppelin. The guy worked with everybody. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, James Taylor, you name it, he's worked with them.
Wow.
Neville, we love you. We send our deepest prayers over for you to heal and get better because we need you back here. We need you back here. So stay in there, my brother. Hang in there. And anybody who wants to leave something on his Facebook page would be really great because I think after today he could use a little cheering up. So send some love over there. I especially want to thank if you guys saw my show last week, we had Nathan Best, a member of the OJs, former member of the OJs, where he broke the news right here live on the Maverick Soul Hour about why he left the OJs. And there were rumors spreading the whole world. He was hearing rumors from Japan, Germany, England, that they had this big fight and there was this big ruckus and all this bad stuff went on. Actually, none of that happened. The reason that he did leave the OJs was because he wanted to join and lead a ministry. So he left for God. And I mean, God, how could you say anything bad about that? I mean, the guy was unbelievable. He was in here last Sunday night. He brought his band in. They flew in from Mississippi, and let me tell you, they just tore it up. And you guys that saw the show, you know I'm not lying. Those musicians were just off the hook. Incredible. Incredible. You talk about pros, they were pros. So, Nathan, I'm going to take you up on your offer. I'm going to come down to Mississippi. I'm coming. But I can't thank you enough, and blessings to you and your family. Have a beautiful holiday and a blessed one and a loving one. And thank you so much for coming up and making the trip. It was indeed my pleasure to have you here, I can assure you. That's really, I mean, that's it, really. I mean, we went to a benefit yesterday to raise, it was not money, it was scarves and mittens and shoes and coats, you know, for kids that need it, you know, over at Farrell's over there in Belmore. Some great bands. My boys, Rickety, were over there tearing it up. There were some really good bands there, I got to tell you. Very, very good day, and we had a lot of fun. See a lot of good old friends and some new friends, and it was a great day. And Corinne, I take my hat off to you. You did a great job. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. God bless you, too. And I know you raised a lot of stuff over there. I've seen the boxes. They were full. So that's good. Anybody who can help out some kids, we're down with that. And actually, my buddy that's here tonight, Donato, and David, they just did a fundraiser over at, where did they do it, 89 North? Katie's at Smithtown. Katie's at Smithtown, I'm sorry. And they raised a lot of money for the children over at Stony Brook Hospital. And I saw the pictures on Facebook. You did a great job, brother. Great, great job. I mean, they did a lot of good stuff and made a lot of kids smile and a lot of kids happy, that's for sure. So we need a lot more of the Donatos and Davids out there in the world, no doubt about that. So, you know, at a time like this, in a time like this, if you can do anything, I know everybody's tight and, you know, hey, listen, man, we're all tight. But if you got something, anything, even like this thing yesterday, if you got an old coat that's not, you know, anything, if you can help somebody out, please help them out because we got to be together, else it ain't going to work, you know. So that's basically it. It's been a good week. So I got a really special guest tonight and some boys that he brought down from Nyack, New York. And we're going to come back and I'm going to talk to him. I'm not even going to introduce him until we come back. So hang in there. Get yourself tight. You know what I'm talking about. Get ready. We're coming back strong with some good stuff with my man right here. And we'll be right back with the Maverick Soul Hour in a couple minutes. Hang in there. Stay tight.
we're going to do a live commercial. Hi, I'm Renee Marie. I'm the president of Language of Love Incorporated Foundation. I'm really happy to tell you that we're going to be doing a Language of Love telethon on March 29, 2015 from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. Please look for the location on my website, reneemarielanguageoflove.org. And once again, it's reneemarielanguageoflove.org. And the show will be hosted on the Madhouse TV. It really is important for you to be aware of strokes and aphasia. Strokes is the third leading cause of death in America and the first leading cause of disability. And it really is something that plays no favoritism. And it also really comes when you're not expecting. Nobody expects to have a stroke, and nobody expects to suffer from aphasia. And it really does make a huge impact in your life and change your life in one split second. So we look forward to having everyone join us once again on March 29, 2015 from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. And you can follow us on reneemarielanguageoflove.org. Once again, it's reneemarielanguageoflove.org. And we look forward to seeing you. God bless.
My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. If you find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
Financial. We are back in the Madhouse with the Maverick Soul. I am Tommy Moore, your host. And tonight, folks, I got a very special guest and his crew, Mr. Dylan K.
Hey, everybody.
Dylan, thanks for making the trip, brother.
Yeah.
Just to let you guys know, I met Dylan. We did the Jimi Hendrix 72nd birthday party 2 weeks ago.
About that, yeah.
2 weeks ago at B.B. King's in New York. And Dylan had the pleasure, I interviewed him before the show, and that's how we actually met and everything. And but I had the pleasure of, he had the pleasure of being on stage and singing with Robbie Krieger from The Doors. And let me tell you something, this dude could sing. He could flat out sing. And everybody was talking about you, everybody.
Cool.
You know, I know a lot of people that were there, and they're like, man, that dude's good. He's really good. And, you know, they wouldn't say that. You know
Right
what I mean?
on.
These
Yeah.
are real musical people. And they'd say he sucks, you know.
Right.
It wouldn't be no middle. He's either good or he sucked. But everybody loved you. Everybody loved you. And I really enjoyed interviewing you. First of all, I respect you as a human being. And that's one of the
you.
reasons I asked you to come on the show because, there's a lot of whats out there. But
Sure.
I did really dig where your head was coming from and your heart and your soul and that. And that's what we actually talked about, right?
Right.
And, I really like to get deep within someone's soul and where they're coming from, spiritually. And, I actually interviewed Dana Fuchs the other night, which, Dana.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, my God, the girl is just, unbelievable.
From across the universe.
Yeah.
Right.
Unbelievable. But we went to her, I interviewed her, then we saw her concert, then I interviewed her. Completely stripped naked, no electric at all, none, just her, no microphone,
Oh wow.
guitar player, no amp.
Oh wow. I thought you meant she was naked.
No, she's what a beautiful soul, and that's what we were taught. We really got into it deep. Wait till you see
Cool.
that interview. Wait till you guys see that interview. You're going to love that interview because you're going to love her. Let me tell you something. That's the kind of people I like to be around. But that might be next week even, so hang in there for that one. But Dylan,
Yes.
let's go back. Let's go back. You come from originally Braintree, Massachusetts.
Uh-huh.
I never even heard of that. Is that a little town?
I'm happy you never heard of it, and hopefully we'll never have to talk about it again.
Whoa. To all you folks in Braintree, don't send me the letters. Dylan K.
Hey, right here.
No, but I guess that's where you were born and raised.
Yep.
So you don't really have the Boston accent, right?
No, I purposely lost it because it makes you sound less intelligent.
Cool. I don't think it's not intelligence. No, I'm not going to even say that.
I still can potty though with the best of them.
Oh,
and I
don't
can
go
still
park
park
your
my
car.
car in Harvard
Yeah, I
Yard.
know.
And I lost my car keys the other day, and they were in my pants.
Now, from what I was told, from what I read, your Celtic father,
Mhm.
which God knows I know what they are, and he told you to go back to the homeland, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you went back to Ireland
Yep.
and you played on the streets.
Yes, I did.
Now, I really want to hear a little bit about this because now I would think, also as a vocalist or any kind of musician or artist in any shape or form, to be on the street is really where you could really dig down and see and feel soul.
Sure.
So tell me a little bit about your experience with that.
It was really cool. I graduated college, and what do you do when you graduate college? You try to figure it all out. So I'm sitting there with my dad at the table. And we're drinking whiskey, of course.
No way.
Yeah.
No, an
I'm
Irish
serious.
guy? No.
I'm
come
serious. And it was really fun. And randomly, out of nowhere, he just says, "You know what you should do?" And I said, "What should I do?" And he said, "You should go to Ireland." And so he bought me a plane ticket. And in 2 weeks, I went to Ireland. And I was staying with my grandmother and cousins and stuff because I still have tons of family out there.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully some are watching. And I was just trying to figure out what I was going to do. So I figured, how am I going to make any money here? I'll busk on the streets. So I went and I used to walk a couple miles every day with my amp, my guitar, and mics and stands and everything. Mm-hmm. And then I would just set up shop and play on the streets. And there I was playing, making, not a lot of money, but enough for beer money or whatever. And I was playing, and this guy, my friend Charles, who I met there, walks by me, and he stops. He's just looking at me, watching me play. And he's like, "Do you know any Jimi Hendrix?" And so I played him some Jimi Hendrix, and he's like, "Do you know any Led Zeppelin?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So I played some Zeppelin for him, and then he's like,
he did ask about Thin Lizzy?
"No."
Come on. What kind of Irishman is he?
Or you too. So then he invited me to come audition for his band, and I did.
In Ireland?
In Ireland. And then I went and played with his band, and we did a couple of gigs around the countryside and had a great time, and that's when I really figured out, oh, okay, this whole music thing is for me. I really got to do this.
So let me ask you, was it a spiritual experience?
No, it was more just like a rite of passage.
Yeah.
It was more just like, I have no idea what I'm going to do, how to break into the business of being a musician, or if that's going to ever really be something I like. And then I figured it out.
But it gave you the time to really get your head straight, right?
Sure.
And really focus on your path, right?
Sure, absolutely. It really helped me figure out that was what I was born to do,
Well, that's cool because, that's a struggle that a lot of guys don't ever really get to know. Was I doing the right thing? Did I stay in it too long? I'm not going to make it. And now I'm old. What do I do? You know?
Right.
So it's good that your dad really, good for your dad, man.
Yeah.
Good for your dad. Good for him.
He's extremely supportive to this day.
Well, that means a lot.
yeah,
That means a
they
lot.
always have been.
Let me ask you something. Did you ever do it in New York?
What do you mean?
Play on the street?
No, not that I can recall.
What would be the difference between, because I know some New York street musicians that make a lot more money than guys playing in the clubs.
Yeah.
I can tell you that. I know guys that have to make like 5 dumps a day.
Wow.
Really. Seriously. Even that Naked Cowboy guy, you know how much money that guy
Oh,
makes?
he's cleaning up.
My
He's
Lord.
franchising it now.
I don't care if it's 20 below zero. There's 53 blocks of people waiting $10 a shot to take a picture. Do those numbers.
Right.
I remember him when he came to New York. I remember he had dirty underwear, and I got some clean underwear now. Let me tell you something, man. He's making a lot of money. But I respect those guys, though, and I worked in the city my whole life. I mean, I've been going in and out of there for 45 years, and I've seen some talent in there, and the acoustics down there, guys like flute players in the subways. I mean, it's just like incredible. I mean, incredible talent. You go, why would this guy be doing this? Then you get to talk to him after, if you're on that job for so long, you get to talk to the guy. Oh, that's why
Right.
you're making $1,500 a day or something.
Yeah.
Some of these guys do very well. And then you go to a club and like I think it said in your bio too, and we all know that, you spend $90,000 in equipment and rehearsal time and the hours you spend, then you go to do a gig and you're lucky if you get your beer money
Yeah.
and your gas money. Lucky.
Right.
And God forbid your friends come, you have to buy them drinks, you're minus, whatever.
Right.
So, it's a pretty good gig,
Yeah, I mean, I never really thought about it. I would love to do it. It just never occurred to me. I'm
Yeah.
busy. I'm very busy.
You could connect with the people, though. You have a
Sure.
good connection.
Sure.
You have a good spirit.
Thanks.
So let's move along. So you left. You came back home from Ireland.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then you were in a cover band, Pyramid Scheme.
Pyramid Scheme. Yeah.
What's the deal with that?
Oh, there's 3 of us in the band. And
Now that was where you went through the $20 a gig and all that.
Oh,
right?
yeah. And once we figured out that, what we were doing wasn't really working, I kind of had to just move on and figure out and tried to pursue some original projects. And that's when I ended up leaving Massachusetts and moving to Nyack after I kind of went through the motions of playing in a cover band that wasn't really doing anything.
So take me through that. Take me through the decision to leave Massachusetts to come to New York. Is it just because that's where you were told you had to go to make it?
Kind of. It was more like I joined a band that was based out of Worcester, Massachusetts, and it was an original band, and we were living in an 1800s firehouse that was turned into a studio. That was really cool.
Oh, that's cool.
It was so fun. It was really fun, and I didn't do any pole dancing or going up down the pole, but I wanted to. But yeah, it was a great experience, and then we played a bunch of clubs in Boston, and 2 of the guys in the band lived in Nyack. And so we just said, you know what, we're not really doing anything here in Massachusetts. Why don't we try going to New York so we can play all the clubs in New York? And we did. We just moved, and I was sleeping on
The whole band?
The whole band.
Really?
And I was sleeping on the kitchen floor of an apartment that was a 2-bedroom apartment, and there was 6 of us living there. And that happened for over a year.
See, this is what I want the people at home to hear, though, because when guys and nowadays I think it's much harder to make it, but when they think that this has been an easy road for everybody. So this is why I do this. I want people to hear that it's not so easy and the struggles that people go. But I dig that stuff. I mean, because you'll take that stuff that you learned and the hard times you went through with you the rest of your life.
Absolutely.
And you'll remember where you came from, and that's important. You didn't have that golden spoon there stuck. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool.
Yeah.
So then now, was this Glint?
Yeah.
This was Glint.
Yes.
See, I'm doing my research now. Okay. Now, my next question is, this is what I want to hear because I don't know because I didn't talk to you about this. This is what I said to you before about if you don't want to talk about it. Now you went on a U.S. tour with this band.
Yeah.
And you won the Music World Series and won $50,000.
Yep. The Independent Music World Series.
Now, do tell.
Yeah, it was cool.
Now, if you have tax problems, you can skip it. But
No, it was cool.
I never heard of such a thing.
It was thrown by disc makers.
Oh yeah.
And it was sponsored by Shure and a ton of other gear. based companies
Out of New York?
out of New York. Well, actually, it was all over the United States.
Right.
They
but
had
each city.
yeah, each city. I think there was 4 of them, and we won the
Kind
New
of
York
like a
one.
band American Idol kind of thing?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But they also had like acoustic performers and like DJs were even involved. And all you had to do was submit your songs to a music review company called Taxi. And then once they reviewed it, then you were selected out of however many bands did that, which was like 5,000.
Wow.
And they select you down to like 100. And then once you do that, you have to go and get votes for it.
Right.
And then we got voted into it, and there was like 6 bands who ended up performing, and we won out of the 6. So it's
All right. Okay. Now, see, I have a problem with contests. But I want to know, this contest now, was it by, like by friends calling in? Because that's the ones I have a problem with. Because it's not really a true talent contest. It's who has the most friends contest.
right. No, this one wasn't like that. This one, they had like a celebrity judge panel that reviewed us.
So you actually earned this.
I think so.
Well, you had to, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we had just as many fans there as everybody
And
else.
you got down out of 10,000 down to 1. You were the one winner.
Well, yeah, we won at
Wow.
least the New York series of it.
50 grand, huh?
Yeah, well,
That's a big hit from a boy from Braintree, Massachusetts.
we actually sold all the gear, though, and used it to record our second album.
That was the first phone call to make you was to your father when you won?
No. I don't know why, but no. No. I just,
So, is he still in Massachusetts?
yep, he's up there. I was with him last night
Is he
drinking
watching?
whiskey. I hope.
You done good, Dad. You done real good. Good things coming your way with this guy. Okay, so now you won that. You won the 50 grand, and now, right now, currently, you're playing with multiple bands.
Yeah, many. I'm doing my original project, which is just Dylan K. And
Now, you want to talk about the new CD,
sure.
and then we'll come back to the bands. 'Cause,
Sure.
I mean, well, here it is right here. Dylan's new. It's called "Intentions of a Man."
Yeah,
Correct.
absolutely.
Well, tell us about it.
Sure. It's about kind of changing from a boy into a man. That's why it's called Intentions of a Man. So each song kind of goes through my various struggles of what it means to be a man. And it was a really fun process to do, and it's been a long time coming for me. And it has 9 original songs on it. I played all the instruments on it, which is kind of something I always wanted
Paul
to do.
McCartney.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's how big my ego is I have
Well,
to
that's
do that.
cool, though.
Yeah.
No, you wanted it done your way.
Exactly.
You know.
And it made it a lot easier in the studio because you don't have 1,000 heads pulling and pushing and saying, oh, do this, do that, maybe try it like that.
Right.
So I could do it on my own terms.
It was what was in your head.
Yeah,
Now,
and it
did you have any outside influences, like your people you trusted, to say that doesn't work? Or
mainly the engineers
Yeah.
helped me out. There was 4 different engineers, and mainly this guy, J-Rod, Johnny Rod, if you're watching. He really helped me with it because all the other engineers, don't get me wrong, were great, wonderful guys. But him and I just clicked because he's into the same
It's a
kind of
chemistry
music.
thing.
Yeah, he was into the same kind of music. So every time I was like, hey, what about that thing? Oh, he's like, oh, yeah, that guitar thing that I heard too. Yeah, let's redo that thing. So he just, without having to say it, he knew what I wanted to do. So
how long did it take?
a long time. I did it over probably about a year, but I was only kind of half doing it for the
Right.
first 6 months.
But you did it your way.
Yeah, and then the last 6 months I
Were
really
you
dug
completely content with it?
Very, yeah.
Good. That's all that
Extremely,
matters.
actually,
It
extremely
doesn't even
happy.
matter if not one person buys it, as long as you. See, that's my just to make one that I'm totally content with. I would just love to do that one time.
Sure.
Just where I was happy,
I'm very, very happy.
Well, that's cool. That's very cool.
Yeah, and the cool thing that's from it is I got a couple of cool reviews from it from different companies, and some of them in Europe. It's getting some airplay in Holland, and I got a publishing deal with a company called
L.A. Publishing.
Yeah, Gas Can.
Gas Can.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You're doing my homework and everything.
Yeah, so
I
they're
don't usually do that.
they're like a boutique company. They only have 400 artists, but I'm one of them, which I think is cool because
Well, have they offered you any tours over in Europe?
no, not yet. I mean, I just finished this in August anyway, so I'm trying to generate as much interest as I can now, and hopefully that's going to happen.
Well, unfortunately, it seems like the place to be. I mean, even name artists. I'll give you an example. We had 10 Years After in here, right? And they were telling me, like they played B.B. King's, and they didn't even sell out B.B. King's. But they go back to Europe, they don't play anywhere with less than 70,000 people. I mean, like, how does that work? I mean, they're still 10 years after.
Right.
I mean, they're phenomenal. I
Right.
mean, I guess our youth has just let that kind of, thing go. But I feel it coming back. And that's why I bring people like you on my show, because you are going to take the torch. And guys like you have the ability to carry it, And not many young guys are doing that. And that's why I asked you to come on, because I really dug where your head was and your music and everything. And, if you can get up there with Krieger, you can do anything, you know what I mean?
Right on.
So your head's in the right place, and I like that. And so you're with Gas Can.
Yep.
Now, you recently got married.
Mm-hmm.
You also have a beautiful 6-year-old boy, which
Yes.
I actually watched. I don't know if you want to go on his Facebook page, but if he has him and his beautiful wife, which is sitting over here. They have a video of their wedding. What a beautiful! If you really want to see a beautiful wedding, absolutely beautiful. And he had come out with his son. It was really, really special. Very special, very special. So I knew the night that I interviewed you how deeply in love you were with not just your wife, but you have this craving love for your son.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that is so cool, man. Because
Thank you.
I mean, it's just we need a lot more of those guys too. So how is that going now? You're married since August.
Yep, it's been wonderful. My 6-year-old is a great 6-year-old. I've never yelled at him once for his whole 6 years because I don't have to. Because all I have to do is say, "Hey, Aiden, you want to go to bed?" And he's like, "Can I have 5 more minutes?" "Sure." 5 more minutes. Time to go to bed. Doesn't argue.
Cool.
It's great.
Well,
And
that's a good thing.
my wife is awesome.
Mom.
Yeah, she's great. My wife is great with him, and she's incredibly supportive of everything that I do with the music, and which is tough on her, I'm sure, because, what I do during the day is I teach music lessons privately, and then at night I go off and play gigs. And in December alone, I have like 16 gigs.
Yeah.
And, this is the holidays and
It's
stuff.
tough on them.
It's tough on
them.
everybody, but she's really
But
supportive.
see, they have to be, else it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I know.
Mhm.
I've been with the not working ones, and now I'm with one that works. So it's cool. And when it is, and when you're both on the same page like that, it means everything. If you're going to a gig with a guilty conscience or a bad feeling in your gut, it's just you're not going to be your best, and you're going to be worrying what's going on at home. And,
Right.
and thank God you have the support of her,
Mhm.
because that means a lot. It means a lot.
It means
And
the most.
It looks like a good team. I actually saw a picture that you posted. This is my view of watching Dylan work, right? With like 10,000 guitars or something. So it looks like you're having a little fun over there anyway. And it's a beautiful family and a beautiful thing. I mean, how can you beat that? I mean, God,
Can't
the only
beat
thing, my best wishes for any human being is just to be happy. You don't have to be rich. Just be happy. God.
Sure.
That's all I ever pray for my kids and my grandkids, that they're just happy. I don't care what they do, as long as they're happy.
Sure.
That's all that matters. You can live a treehouse and be happy.
Absolutely.
And I really, watch their wedding. It's cool. I don't think, did you have shoes on? I don't even think you.
No,
did
I
you
had
have
shoes on. They were white shoes.
I thought somebody didn't have shoes
They
on.
were white
But it was
shoes.
really, it was a beautiful setting. I really, really, really liked it.
Thank you.
Maybe, Janine, do we have a couple pictures we could throw up?
Oh, cool.
Now you could just talk right through these, Dylan.
Sure, that's me teaching my friend Alex at Alto Music and Dylan School of Music, which is the music school that I co-own with my wife. And he was one of my favorite students. He's not with me anymore. He's grown up and now he's in art school, but he did really well. That's us playing at Alto Music again, just for like, I think it was actually a pizza eating contest.
Got to pay your dues.
Yeah. And of course, that's that's me with the legendary Robbie Krieger from
That was a
The
great night.
Doors at BB King's, and man, that was awesome. And he was so great and cool,
Wasn't
and
he?
He was so cool.
I got to interview him. I think I'm the only one that got to interview him, but I went in the dressing room after he got done, and he said, "Just close the door, we'll talk." And it was, wait till you see that interview.
I
It
can't
was
wait.
really, Vince Montel jumped in, and he had his guitar tech in there. It was good.
Cool.
Very good, very good. There he is.
Cool. There's me and him. Yeah, that was at a rehearsal on Thanksgiving Day. Because when Robbie Krieger says he wants to rehearse on Thanksgiving Day at 2 p.m., you rehearse at 2 p.m.
And thank God you got a good wife.
Yeah, she actually was amazing through that. She stayed.
Hey, who's that guy?
Oh, hey.
Who's that short guy? Every time I take a picture with a man, he's 6'5".
That's a great picture of us. I really like that one.
Yeah, that's cool. That was a great night.
It
David
really
Kramer, good night, good night.
Yeah, thanks, David Kramer.
Yeah. Well, we're going to take a little break. We're going to come back, and we're going to have a little fun. We're going to show a little video, and we'll do a little more talking. I want to talk about Dylan's school, which I am very, very impressed with, and I think you guys will be too, because that's how the torch is going to be passed. So hang in there, get yourself tight, or keep yourself tight, whatever it is, and we'll be right back with the Maverick Soul Hour right here in the Madhouse. Hang in.
Hi, my name is Dr. Tom Dow. We have a multidiscipline practice in Melville and Ronkonkoma, New York, and we treat patients with many, many different conditions, from newborns through geriatric patients with numerous different techniques. There's a technique and a type of treatment for every class of patient. We have them all here. Here's my son Thomas, also a doctor of chiropractic, working on one of our patients' cervical spine. This patient has had chronic neck pain for many, many, many years, has been to a multitude of different practitioners with little or no response. And with our specialized techniques, she has improved tremendously and continues to improve on a daily basis. We have two practices, one in Melville and one in Ronkonkoma, New York. We are a multidiscipline chiropractic office. What that means is we have chiropractors, massage therapists, acupuncturists, psychologists, all working as a team and a network of outside professionals such as orthopedists and neurologists that we work hand in hand with to help determine what your injuries are and the best way to treat your injuries. I have the great pleasure of having my son in practice with me. We work hand in hand, father and son, to give our patients the best care possible, and a staff which is loving, caring, and you'll never have to wait at all in our office for service. Many times patients come into our office and they have what's called a soft tissue injury. Soft tissue injuries are like scars inside your body. If you've ever been cut on the outside of your body, you get a scar. The same thing happens inside of your body to your muscles and ligaments. So our job is to determine where those are, stretch the muscles, adjust the vertebra back into their correct position, and then refortify the normal structure with exercise. That's what we do best, and I hope someday you'll come see us at one of our two offices. Thank you.
Yo, what's up, y'all? This is me, TMC, in the place to be, the greatest MC in history. There will never be an MC greater than me. And right about now, the only place for you to be is with the one and only Madhouse TV.
You are the man.
We are back with the Maverick Soul. I am sitting here with Mr. Dylan Kay, and we're just getting into some good things. But I do want to talk a little bit, Dylan, about your school because I'm very intrigued by it. I really dig where it's coming from. I like what you're doing. And I did do some reading on it. And now, I mean, to me, what you get for a month is so worth it. I mean, you know, your tuition for the month is like nothing. And you get 4 half-hour lessons, one-on-one. I mean, that alone, I mean, that's great. Now tell me, this is your business.
Correct.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about it.
Sure.
How did it start?
Well, it's called Dylan School of Music, and it started at
What's the Alto?
Alto Music is a music store that they have 4 locations.
See, because you see, I actually wrote Dylan School of Music, but then somewhere I saw Alto Music School.
Well, it's not. It's a separate entity from
Okay,
Alto.
so it is Dylan's School of Music.
Correct.
Okay, good. I like that better anyway.
Yeah, it's a business within a business. So they have a business which sells instruments and repairs instruments, and it's great. And the people who work there are really, really wonderful. And I started working there just as a retail employee, selling stuff, because I had lost my job at a different school for various reasons. And I told them, like, why don't you do music lessons here? And they were like, we don't know how to do music lessons. We just don't want to do that. So I said, well, I'll tell you what. How about you build me 4 lesson rooms, and I will crank out lessons all week long for you, and I'll give you a cut of it. And they said, great. And so that's what we've been doing now for, I think, 3 years, maybe even more. And sometimes we have upwards of 100 students.
Really?
Yep. And we have a lot of different teachers there. And my favorite part about the school is really the teachers, because all the teachers that work there are gigging musicians. So they're not just these, you know,
Right.
fuddy-duddy old grandmas
Right.
teaching you piano that smell like cigarettes.
Right.
You know, they're really nice, friendly, cool people. And we actually have this guy, Sam Wayman, who teaches there. And he's Nina Simone's brother.
Well, I was going to get to that too.
Okay, cool. And
And you produced him, right?
Yep, well, I'm in the process of producing his
And that
album.
is Sam Wayman?
Yep, and he's got music in the new Spike Lee film that's coming out that I helped him with, and we're producing his album that's going to be called A Brother's Love. And it's going to feature a lot of his original compositions as well as some of the songs that his sister Nina was known for. And I'm going to be playing the bulk of the instruments on it, except for the piano and his vocals. And then we're going to bring a lot of his friends and other musicians that he knows from way back when. And it's going to be great. But he teaches there, and my friend Dan teaches there, and they're all such amazing people who really care about the students.
That's good. That means a lot.
Yeah, and they're so reliable and so friendly, and I really, like, only my friends work there, which is wonderful.
So I guess we can be expecting some great musicians coming out of Nyack.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
while I'm on the story of Nyack, I want to just give a shout out to my boys out there, D.D. Royal. Great band. Great band. They were on my show. Excellent. I met them at Yazga's Farm. Excellent band. If you get a chance to see these guys, go see them. D.D. Royal. What's up? I do want to just show a video of one of your amazing moments. Probably, maybe one of your greatest amazing moments. Not many people can say they did this one. So, Janine, can we go to that video from B.B. King's with Mr. Robbie Krieger and Dylan Kay on stage at B.B. King's in New York City?
music's over. When the music's over, yeah. When the music's over, turn on the light, turn on the light, turn on the light. When the music's over, when the music's over, so when the music's over, turn on the light, turn on the light, turn on the light. Cancel my subscription to the resurrection. Send my credentials to your house of teachers. I've got some friends inside. The face in the mirror won't stop. The girl in the window won't jump. A feast of friends, alive she cried, waiting for me all the time.
All right, we are back. We are back. Just so you guys know, if you want to see that whole thing, It's 13 minutes long, that video. You can go on YouTube and check it out. It's really a phenomenal video. 13 minutes is a long time. So we're going to cut it. We're going to tease you a little bit with it. So if you liked it, go to YouTube and watch that video. Dylan K. with Mr. Robbie Krieger from The Doors. Amazing, amazing. So, Dylan, tell me, where can the people pick up the CD?
You can get it at Bandcamp. So you can go to bandcamp.com and /Dylan K. And you can get it at shows, and you can get it on my website, which is...
And that's K-A-Y.
Correct. www.dylank.com. And you can listen to it for free on the website, or you can buy it. And
Prefer you to buy it. Prefer you to buy it.
Of course.
We have a 6-year-old to raise.
It's true, you know. He's hungry, as am I. And you can also, I put up videos of it all on YouTube. So you can just go to my YouTube channel and check it out. And there's cool videos of each one.
And you also have a Facebook page, which we would like you guys to just give it a click and like it.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see how many guys we can get on Dylan's Facebook page. I know Janine put a thing up the other day, and it went up 40-something people like that.
Right, yeah, I'm at 200 likes now.
She made you 200. I got news for you. She came in and she goes, I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. I said, what'd you do? She goes, I put a thing up for everybody to like his page, and he went from whatever it was to 200. I was like, cool, you know. Well, let's get it to a 2,000. How about that?
Yeah.
So I know there's a lot of people watching Dylan K on Facebook. Hit click, just a like, and you're there. And follow this guy because he's going to be going places, I can tell you that. So tell me what you got coming up. What's happening?
Lots of cool stuff coming up. In March, I'm going to be going to Puerto Rico and playing with my friend Pedro Capo, who is on Sony Music. And he's doing a stadium show for like 14,000 people.
Nice.
And he invited me to come play bass with him.
Nice.
So I'm coming. If Pedro, you're watching, I'll be there, man. And that's going to be really fun.
When is that?
That's in March. I think it's the 15th and 16th. And either way, I get to go to Puerto Rico. And then in April, we're going to do Dark Side of the Hudson.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. That's a Pink Floyd tribute,
Yep.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We do one show a year, and we do concept albums. So I know there are a million Pink Floyd tribute bands out there. But what we do is we just do the albums. Because Pink Floyd, when they were recording it, they recorded it as concept albums.
Right.
They don't want you to pick and choose little hits
Right.
from it. They want you to hear the whole experience. So we figured that's what we would deliver. We do Dark Side of the Moon. We do Animals. We do Wish You Were Here. And we're thinking about doing The Wall maybe next year. So hang in there for that. And that's going to be in April in Nyack. The date that we have is the 18th of April, but it might move to the 25th. So just hang in there. I'll make announcements on my website, dylank.com.
Just in my own head. Dark Side of the Hudson. Is that because you're on the other side of the Hudson?
Yep.
And it's dark over there?
It sure is.
That's that Nyack,
Yeah.
you know. Frankie D.
Yeah, man. That's that Nyack mojo for you.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, I expect to see a lot of great musicians coming out there because I really think that what you're doing over there is very good. And I would love to see that here. I mean, you know, you don't really see that here. You know, I know a lot of musicians, and a lot of them, you know, teach privately and that, but, you know, not the school. I mean, they have the school of, you know, whatever. You know,
School of Rock.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Right.
But, you know, to really be taught by true musicians that really care is so special. And, man, I take my hat off to you for that. And,
Thank you.
And you're doing what you love, too.
Sure.
And then I'm sure you get a lot of joy out of watching a kid and watching the joy when they get it.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, I'm sure a lot come and go, but the ones that get it, because I teach, I coach, I've been coaching Little League for 35, 36, 7 years, and I get, when I teach a kid how to hit or throw, and when you actually see them do it, and to see the amazement on their faces, it just makes all of it worth it.
Yeah,
It's just
it's a beautiful
so
thing.
worth it. I ain't one of those, you know, that's what I love, and I love the camaraderie. And, you know, these are things that these kids will never forget. You know,
Sure.
they'll never forget it, and you're making a big plant, putting a big seed in their body for the rest of their lives. And I take my hat up to you for that. I think that's very cool. So,
Thank you.
but I think it's almost time to hear some live music. What do you think?
Oh, let's do it.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. We're coming back with my man Dylan K and his band, and they're going to blow up the Madhouse right here live. So get ready. It's going to be hot. Trust me on this one. We'll be right back with the Maverick Soul. 1.3 million women are victims of physical assault by an intimate partner each year. According to the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence, the majority of cases aren't reported to the police. Most people who are in an abusive relationship don't even know they're in one. The truth is, all abusive relationships boil down to one thing: control.
How do you like it? My new dress.
Are you out of your mind? You look like a prostitute. We're not going out with you dressed up like that in public.
But what am I supposed to wear?
Wear something decent. You can't wear that out in public. We're going to be late. Get back in there and pick a different outfit. I'm going to go run some errands. I'll be back in 30 minutes. Please be ready, okay?
Fine, I'll change. Fine.
Abuse is not always physical, leaving wounds that are visible on the outside. Emotional abuse is just as painful, only these wounds are hidden on the inside.
Are you out of your mind? You're crazy. You look like a prostitute.
Know that abuse is abuse, no matter what the form.
Look at me.
Oh my God, what's wrong with me?
Physical abuse scars the body,
I just wanted to love me.
but mental abuse scars the mind.
What you just saw was an example of a relationship that is emotionally abusive. Nobody has the right to tell you how to dress or how to act. If someone really cares for you, they won't tear you down. They will build you up.
How do you like it?
Wow. You look great. Fantastic. But then again, you look great all the time.
Thank you. I was hoping you'd like it. It's my new dress. I bought it just so we could go out tonight.
You look stunning.
Thank you. But I think I'm going to take a sweater just in case it gets cold tonight.
Great idea. I'm going to take one too. Let's go.
All relationships are not perfect, but a healthy relationship is when two people bring out the best in each other and have each other's good in mind. Take your time to know someone instead of rushing into something. It is better not to involve yourself with an abusive person than to try and get out of a domestic violence situation.
If someone is abusive to you and you need help, please call the Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-SAFE. That's 1-800-799-SAFE. They have highly trained experts available 24/7 who will speak with you confidentially and offer information regarding the unhealthy aspects of your relationship, resources, or immediate support for victims to find safety and live lives free of abuse. Domestic violence affects us all.
It affects us all.
It affects us all. 모두에게 영향을 줍니다.
Che ci ricarte tutte.
It affects us all.
Domestic violence.
Hi, I'm Tom Mealy from Madhouse TV, and when I'm not at the studio, I'm here at the Harrison Law Group. This is my real job. And this January 2015, Brett and I are putting together a show called Legal Straight Talk. It'll be aired on Cablevision as well as here at Madhouse TV. You need to tune in. This information that we're going to be giving the public is the real deal. It's all about what you should do, what you shouldn't do. So tune in this January 2015 for a new episode of Legal Straight Talk.
Are you planning an event and want to include entertainment, but you're not sure where to turn?
Act1Entertainment.net has provided over 1,500 events with quality, affordable live entertainment at private parties, corporate affairs, festivals, bike rallies, and more. Act One will fit into your budget. They're friendly, reliable, and do all the legwork for you. They take all major credit cards. Log on to Act1Entertainment.net for a free, no-obligation price quote or call 631-758-3505 for a brochure.
You'll be happy you did.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Do dogs chase cats?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15%?
Let our creativity work for you. We design business cards, brochures, annual reports, newsletters and magazines, menus and programs, flyers and mailers, signs and posters and more. We also do voiceovers. First impressions matter. Make yours count with an expressive voice artist. Distinctive, warm, soothing, natural delivery that can add believability and appeal to any audio project. Contact us to discuss how we can make your project a success. Sierra Graphics. That's info@sierragraphics.com.
All right, we are live back in the Madhouse on the Maverick Soul Hour. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to you an unbelievable band, Dylan K. Let's give it up for them.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Tommy. You're the man. This song is called I'm Not All There. It's not chosen to stay. The explosion to stay. Corrosion. Generate my life and fears inside. I magnify times in. Penetrate the time and close my eyes. And no surprise, I'm dead. I'm not all there. All there. My head the time and close my eyes. It's no surprise I'm dead. Iterate these lies. I'm dying here, but do not fear my guide. Generate my life. I'm dying here, but do not fear my guide. I'm not all there. Not all there. Thank you very much. Thank you guys. That song's called I'm Not All There. This next one is going to be a cover. I figured since I'm coming off an awesome gig with Robbie Krieger from The Doors that I would do a Doors cover. So hope you guys like it. You know that it would be untrue. You know that I would be a liar if I was to say to you, girl, we couldn't get much higher. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire. The time to hesitate is through. No time to wallow in the mire. Try now, we could only lose, and our love become a funeral pyre. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire. That's Wilbur Galetta on the keyboards, everybody. The time to hesitate is through. No time to wallow in the mire. Try now, we could only lose, and our love become a funeral pyre. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on fire. Yeah, you know that it would be untrue. You know that I would be a liar if I was to say to you, girl, we couldn't get much higher. Come on, baby, light my fire. Come on, baby, light my fire. Try to set the night on 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 fire. Thank you. That's Mitch Florian on drums and Kevin Lowney on the bass and Will Bergoletta on the keyboards. Okay, cool. Oh, that was so much fun. You really can't have more fun than that. Okay, so this next song is going to be called Invictus, and it's a song I wrote a long, long time ago, and it's based off of a poem written by William Ernest Henley. I hope you guys like it. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody, but still unbowed. Beyond this gate of wrath and tears looms but the horrors of the shade, and yet the menace of the year finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate, I'll charge with punishment the scroll. I am the master of my fate, I am the captain of my soul. you. Make yourself. Nobody's gonna do it for you. Thank you very much. Thanks again to Tommy.
This guy's 6'7" over here. Guys, you give me such hope. I'm so happy. You have no idea what hope you bring me. You bring me hope. Thank God that there's some guys around like you, and I can't thank you enough for coming here. And like I said, pick up this ZD, Dylan K, Intentions of a Man, which I think is very cool because he's a very spiritual guy, and I like that. And it's not often we find guys, young guys like this nowadays, and it's a privilege to have them here, and I can't even thank them enough. I really can't thank you guys for making the trip, and I wish you all the best in the world. If I could ever do anything for you guys, you let me know. I'm there in 2 seconds. And I hope when you play at the Garden, you give me a little backstage pass or something, you know what I mean? But if you guys like these guys, and if you didn't, go to the doctor. Go to the doctor. Pick up the CD. Go on Dylan K, K-A-Y, friend on Facebook. Give it a like. Show me how much you respect this guy is. Guys, again, terrific. Loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. Absolutely. Killer. So, Dylan, I wish you the best, man. I want to thank all you guys. I want to tell you all, everyone, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, and whatever them other things are. I have no clue because I can't keep track of them anymore. But I want you all to have a very blessed, whatever it is that you do. Truthfully, have a safe and blessed holiday. God bless you. We'll see you next week with another great show on the Maverick Soul Hour in the Madhouse. Take care.